My name is Bryan Jr. and you're watching True Heel Heat.
To my left, you have your regular host, SP3, and to my right, we have the lovely Queen of the Ring. My fresh face is Melly Ragdoll.
And this is True Heel Heat 14. Welcome. We are ready for True Heel Heat. We want to welcome Melly Ragdoll. Welcome back, the Queen of the Ring, Alex. We are here today discussing, like she said, Extreme Rules, as well as huge news concerning the world outside of the WWE. But first, we're going to talk about our True Heel Roll Call. So, want to welcome everyone back from the Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Welcome everyone back from the True Heels group page. And the True Heel Roll Call is where we shout out a couple of folks from our True Heels group page, a couple of folks who comment on our Twitter page, our Instagram page, who are showing support by buying their True Heel t-shirts on the Pro Wrestling Tees.com website. So, a couple of True Heels we want to shout out. We want to shout out Matthew Miller, all the way in Atlanta, Georgia. My pot heel brother Keith, he's in New York. Yozel Hernandez from the True Heels group page. Mark Hoskin, one of our veterans from the True Heels group page, True Heel Mark. AJ Kratz from the Behind the Barricade podcast. Behind the Barricade podcast, one of our good supporters for True Heel Heat. Robert Ogden, one of the newest members from the True Heels group page. Dave Newman, as well as Channing Turner. All of you guys, thank you so much for supporting the True Heels, supporting the True Heels group page, the Pro Wrestling Spotlight, and everything else. We also want to shout out a special, very special shout out to our friends at Battle Club Pro. Battle Club Pro is one of the hottest independent wrestling promotions here in New York City, and Battle Club Pro will be returning to New York, Bash in the Bronx, next Saturday, July 21st. Bell time is 6 p.m. and all our folks from the True Heel Heat podcast, myself, Top Guy JJ, and of course, if you saw the G1 special, that face that I reformed, that I upgraded from a WWE wannabe to one of the Young Bucks, Baby Buck, will return. He will be with us at Bash in the Bronx. So, ladies, how are you feeling? How are you guys ready for True Heel Heat?
I am. Super ready.
You're returning, your first time. I want you to introduce yourself to the audience. I know you're more of a casual wrestling fan, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I was watching wrestling back when I was in middle school, back when the Hardy Boys and Lita were thing. And then I've been in and out between ROH and the current WWE roster. But I'm a casual watcher now, but
okay.
Still a fan.
Who is your favorite right now in professional wrestling?
Right now, I am split between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman.
Okay,
I like my big guys.
That's a good split.
It seems like a lot of women love Braun Strowman or Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, it's the beard.
It's the beard?
Yeah, and the height, dude.
And the height.
Sorry.
Yeah. But of course.
I'm batting 100 so far, guys. Batting 100 on True Heel Heat 14. I had the beard. I was like, I just gotta get that more. And then they said the height. I think I'm a little bit too old to work on that.
Just get some Doc Martens and you'll be good.
Platform shoes, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Definitely.
Cool. Sounds good. So, yes, we are here. Like we said, we're going to talk about Extreme Rules in a little bit. But we have some very big top news that went on during the week. So, Melly Ragdoll, can you talk about that
Before I get into the top news, I hear you've gone viral. Would you care to address that?
Viral? You mean... okay. All right. So, yeah. I've been requested to address this at the top of the show. SP3 has a new alias, apparently. I've been being called the Fuck You Cody guy.
Yes.
If any of you guys saw the G1 special, you saw myself and the Baby Buck front row center at the G1 special. And yes, I finally got my wish, my life goal. I got revenge for myself, revenge for Alex over here from Supercard of Honor, and revenge for all the fans around the world. I told Cody Rhodes, fuck you, Cody, right to his face. And he turned around and he looked like he was gonna murder me. He looked like he was just gonna shoot from the hip and go right over the guardrail and come after your boy, SP3. But my one-winged guardian angel, Kenny Omega, he came to my rescue, and that is why Kenny Omega is the best wrestler in the world. That's why Kenny Omega is a gentleman and a scholar. That's why Kenny Omega is He is a new god. We got Ronda Rousey and Kenny Omega. Ronda Rousey, Kenny Omega, my lords and saviors. I will praise the Lord and praise at the altar of Omega and Rousey.
Why is Rousey your...
Because she's our Lord and Savior. Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, our Lord and Savior.
Now we're going to go on to the top views. Coming that off a little quick. After much dispute from Vince McMahon and the WWE, it's official. ROH and New Japan will be having a joint show April 6, 2019, right here at Madison Square Garden.
G1 Supercard! I'm super excited!
I am beyond hyped for this. What do you think, Alex?
I'm super fucking excited, dude. That show's gonna steal that's going to steal the show of Mania weekend.
I think
for sure.
It's history making. It's huge. I know that there is a special someone that is not with us right now, that is not sitting here, that has to address this. So I want to shout out my boy, Top Guy JJ. I know you're out there because we were just talking about this. We talked about this on True Heel Heat 12. We talked about this on True Heel Heat 13.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon and the WWE tried their best to keep ROH, to keep New Japan out of Madison Square Garden.
They fucked up. WWE fucked up by, like, being... What was it? What was the whole controversy? Just, like, them getting the venue, right?
Yeah, basically it was the ROH locked it down, or got, like, the basically the word that they got locked down, and then WWE made a dispute and basically said that they didn't. But speaking of Top Guy JJ, are you with us, Top Guy JJ?
I am here. What is going on, you guys?
Yes, we are glad you were able to call in. Top Guy JJ couldn't be at the True Heels Control Center, but he is with us via call in
Charlie Angel's form.
In Charlie, he is our Charlie. How are you doing, Charlie?
I mean, the show has actually looking like it's gotten a severe upgrade from me. Welcome to the show, ladies. I'm so glad I missed the chance to reunite with Alex.
I know, I miss you, dude. What's going on, man? I'm kind of disappointed you didn't say good morning, angels, but...
I am an angel.
I could not miss just the chance to call in for that news that we have gotten broken to us over that weekend. Oh my God. The best news I'm going to hear all the way probably to the entire summer.
I mean, if you didn't think it was a great time to be a professional wrestling fan because of WWE making more money than it's ever made before, or because New Japan has got their US expansion, or All In selling out, this confirms that this is probably the best time to be a professional wrestling fan in about 20 years.
Absolutely. And if I just get a second to talk to the smarts out there, not you, the lovely moderators, and welcome to True Heel Heat. I hope to see y'all again in person soon.
Yes,
but just to be...
I know you want to meet Melly Ragdoll in person. Yes.
Morons that's out there. So there was a lot of posts out there about, oh, it's good that they're there, but they won't sell out. They won't sell out the building. What in the blue fuck is wrong with our fans? Like, what is wrong with them? Like, this is some of the best news that we could ever receive in our lives as wrestling fans, that we're getting a product that is other than the standard of WWE coming to our hallowed hall of Madison Square Garden. That made me get a complete wrestling orgasm. It was phenomenal to hear. I am definitely going to the G1 Supercard. I don't even care what time it falls under. Takeover, Hall of Fame. Obviously, I don't think Hall of Fame is an event. But the fact that we're getting this at the Garden, I don't understand how there is not a wrestling fan alive that is not super fucking stoked. Because whether you live in Boston, whether you live in LA, whether you live in Chicago or Philly or any of these cities, there is now a chance that you can get a different product other than the status quo coming to your neighborhood. But y'all just worried about Oh, it's not going to sell out. Oh, it's not going to sell out. Get a tip, you idiots.
And it's really sad because he's absolutely right. Because the general consensus from the I don't want to say it's the prototypical professional wrestling fan. I feel like it's
the prototypical WWE fan.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
WWE
It's
lawyers.
nice. Yeah.
WWE lawyers have said everything from that to all the scalpers are gonna purchase that and sell it to the marks. Or Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are not even gonna be on the show. They're gonna be at NXT.
See, people were saying that because they weren't in the promo video, and it was just like, but they're obviously going to be there. My whole thing about it, I don't know about you guys, I'm shocked that WWE didn't book MSG for TakeOver. Because that's Mania weekend. That TakeOver is worthy of MSG, for sure. So I think they're just being like petty little ex-girlfriends at this point. It's true!
I think JJ actually said that on when we first talked about MSG and Vince McMahon stopping ROH from going there. He said WWE was being petty, and that's really what they're doing. WWE doesn't want ROH and New Japan to do this show because this is a company perception changing type of show.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to sell out. It just needs to fill at least 10,000, which is not a sellout at Madison Square Garden, and then it needs to make a profit too, and then it needs to be a great show, which with ROH and New Japan, I think that's a no-brainer. That's going to be a great show, and they're going to pull out all the stops, but it's all about the first two. It's about getting over 10,000 and making profit. That's going to be the most important thing.
For sure. I mean, the G1...
Yeah, and I think they're doubting the power of the wrestling fan in New York, first of all. First of all, this show is definitely selling out. It's definitely selling out. There's no way in God's name that show is not selling out. Now, will the building be full? That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
The building's probably not going to be full because of the resellers. Because these people are going to buy these tickets at the generous prices that New Japan and ROH tends to put out. They're going to get the friendliest price they can possibly get for stepping into that venue. The tickets will sell out. Now, the reseller that's going to try to sell those front row tickets to the G1 at Madison Square Garden, to Ring of Honor, New Japan, they got to try to sell these seats for $10,000. Now, your indie wrestling fan is not spending $10,000 on ringside seats for any show, especially if it's not one of those major super shows like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it probably won't sell out officially, but it is definitely going to sell out financially in the ticket sales department. There will not be any regular tickets left for this event. We saw what Chicago did with All In. You know how competitive New York is. It is definitely selling out.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are forgetting that this is Mania weekend. So many people come from all around the world just for WrestleMania in general. So I think
the most laughable comment, and going back to the comments and the reactions for this, was people saying, well, New Japan, they didn't even sell out the Cow Palace in San Francisco. I legitimately had to put in the comment section. So we're legitimately comparing San Francisco on 4th of July weekend to New York City on WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah.
I was like, the stupidity in fans is to a new high. I love it. I love when they say stupid stuff like that.
Wrestling fans are the smartest people in the world.
And we're going to have people flying in from all over the world to see this event. And we all know how rowdy these crowds are for WrestleMania weekend. And imagine having that big filter into a ROH/New Japan arena along with the hardcore wrestling fans that are already going to make sure that they're there. Do people not realize that there's going to be people just like us that is flying in to New York the way we are flying to Chicago for All In?
Exactly.
People are going to flock to this event because it's, again, a first-time effort. Wrestling fans love first-time efforts.
You're
People
absolutely
are
right.
going to realize the power of the wrestling fan come April 6, 2019, and people are going to feel so damn stupid.
Yeah. The Young Bucks were saying that there was an Australian fan that tweeted at them that said that they bought their plane ticket, their hotel, way before All In came out. And when those tickets came out, they never got a ticket. So that's for All In. Could you imagine Mania weekend, this show, And at that, Madison Square Garden. It's the world's most famous arena. Everyone's going to want to see a show at Madison Square Garden. And at that, an alternative wrestling show that's not WWE. Yes, motherfucking please. I will pay as much as I want.
History making show.
Please. Alex, you're awesome.
I miss you too.
So JJ, before we let you go, what I liked about the video for the G1 Supercard was two promotions going to war. So if you were to pick your number one match you want to see, ROH versus New Japan at the G1 Supercard, what would it be?
Well, I think I've claimed for this one for a while now, and I was super excited for what happened and what transpired right after Best in the World with Jay Lethal becoming the two-time ROH champion. So this put a little bit more validation onto what I still want to see. So what I would love to see would be ROH's best versus New Japan's best. Ring of Honor's leader, Jay Lethal, would go one-on-one with Kenny Omega. That would be the one match that I would love to see, and I think it is a big enough match that can get us ready and get people to watch this class of two mega titans going into that weekend.
Great. That would be a rocket match for sure, and definitely a match that would put butts in the seats, like you said. JJ, we thank you for calling in. I know you got to go back to work, but we miss you on True Heel Heat, and we're going to see you True Heel Heat 15, my brother.
All right, guys. Hold it down, ladies. I know you're definitely looking better than me for sure. So the show's definitely got an upgrade on that part. So enjoy the time. SP, you better take care of them.
Of course, and they're with me, so you didn't say that's the best part of what they're doing right now.
All right, I see what you did to Baby Buck, so I'm not my fingers crossed on that one.
He's a smart man. See, we can count on JJ. I'll see you later, brother.
All right, guys.
But thank you, JJ, for calling in. So I'm gonna throw that question to Alex now. Alex, what match do you want to see? G1 Supercard, and we want to throw it to the people watching on the Pro Wrestling Spotlight as well as on the True Heels page. Please put in the comments section what match at the G1 Supercard you want to see. ROH versus New Japan. What dream matches you want to see at this big card?
I mean, honestly, I'm just being biased and selfish and saying I want to see Omega versus Okada like 5 or 6 or whatever. I just want to personally see that. That's my answer. It's just selfish as fuck.
I mean, if they weren't gonna do ROH New Japan theme to the show, I think that is the one match that guarantees a sellout.
Oh yeah,
because it would be Okada and Omega first time ever in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna fill a Madison
That
Square
would be
Garden.
amazing.
So
but that's just a
like
selfish answer. Like, that's not even.
No, I really like that pick. The pick I'm gonna go with is one I actually said on Wrestling Rambles. You guys can check that out on YouTube. It's on Jimmy McElram's YouTube channel, Wrestling Rambles. I actually said this the other day, and it was one that I didn't even think of. He just randomly asked me, but this one just fits with the two personalities: Tetsuya Naito versus Dalton Castle.
Ooh, sorry.
Just,
but yes, I agree.
Just Dalton and the boys versus Naito and his Tranquilo and LIJ. I just feel like this. Of course, Dalton has to be healthy. You got to get Dalton at 100% because I mean, if you saw Best in the World, this man looked like a mummy. It was really. He was like taped up from ear to ear. It was really bad. But once he's healthy, I think him and Naito, just their personalities, would just make for a great match.
See, that match is just a taunt off of just like Dalton Castle being like that, and Naito just being like, oh, you know.
And then
I can't do it because I'm not laying down.
Lay down.
Just like
Tranquilo. So what do the Pro Wrestling Spotlight True Heels guys? Put in your question, your comments. What you guys think about the G1 Supercard. We're going to talk about that much more throughout our time on our way. April 6th? We got 8 more months? 9 more months? We're going to be talking about it a lot, and we want to talk about it more throughout the podcast, but we're going to move on to more news. So what's going on, Melly Ragdoll?
Other news we have is Brock Lesnar shows up at UFC to challenge Daniel Cormier. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Let's start with Alex.
Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
What a fucking work. And for any UFC fan that says, oh, WWE is so fake, blah, 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 blah. Look what we got here, motherfuckers! You saying that shit wasn't set up? Come on. And also, I said this before, and I'm going to point it out, Brock Lesnar looks like the Walmart yodeling kid, dude. He totally fucking does. I don't know, like, Daniel Cormier is gonna smash his fucking face in, dude. Like, there's no chance in hell Brock Lesnar's gonna win that. It's probably gonna be at Madison Square Garden in November.
Nah, because Brock just re-entered the pool, the drug testing pool, because of his suspension, so he won't be able to fight again until January.
Oh, until January?
Until January. He has about like 6 more months. He has to be in that drug testing pool. He has to be tested a couple of times. So the next time they'll be able to have that fight is in January. But now it's more complicated, this whole situation, because not only do you have the Daniel Cormier fight, now there's also a rumor that they want to make Brock UFC Hall of Famer. So the mindset, and we're gonna go back to how the WWE lawyers thinks. I've been talking to WWE lawyers online, and their mindset is WWE wants Brock to still be Universal Champion when he goes into the Hall of Fame. They want Brock to still be Universal Champion when he's gonna be going for a match, fight for the UFC Heavyweight Championship against a guy that's 60 pounds lighter than him. Like, I'm sorry. I know you think Daniel Cormier is going to beat Brock Lesnar, but I don't see it. I don't see how that little small pup is going to mess with the beast. I don't care if Brock has fought 2 fights in 7 years. I'm not taking Daniel Cormier over him.
Brock is not a good fighter. He's not. Look at his record compared to Daniel Cormier. I mean, like, Daniel Cormier is just going to knock him out, dude. Like, he's going to destroy him. But also, in terms of, like, keeping Brock Lesnar Universal Champion, listen to the fans already. Nobody wants that shit, dude. We barely see that title. Why do we care about it? Why should we? Because Brock Lesnar has it, and because he's going to the Hall of Fame, and it's mainstream, and it's business. Ugh. No, fuck that shit, dude. No one cares.
Why should he listen to the fans? Because he tried to give the title to somebody else, and what did the fans do? They complained about it, and they played with beach balls throughout a whole WrestleMania main event. No, we should not listen to the fans. The fans don't know what the hell they want.
Dude, because that main event at Mania should have been Strowman versus Lesnar. That's why. Strowman should have won that Elimination Chamber.
Now, I understand what your lady said. He's got a beard. He's tall. Braun Strowman.
That, dude, he was so over. He was so
He's only over because of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the reason why he's over.
No,
yes,
not.
Yes.
No way.
Roman made Braun. Roman made Braun. Roman plus the hatred of the WWE Universe. See, Roman was the sperm, the WWE Universe was the egg. They came together, it created Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman would be nothing without his daddy, his sperm donor, Roman Reigns.
That is 100% not true.
It's 100% true. No one cared about Braun Strowman. They cared vaguely about Braun Strowman until he flipped over.
That cello spot. That fucking
that came after.
That was amazing.
Okay.
He was over. He was over his spot.
I'm just gonna
and then every time that he had a dispute with Roman Reigns, like, yeah, sure, it was the feud, but he was still fucking over because no one wanted Roman Reigns to begin with.
See? You're making my point. Exactly.
I know I am. I realized that after the fact. But still, that should have been Strowman. That's why people were playing with beach balls. And at that main event should have been Nakamura versus AJ Styles.
Why? No one cared about that either.
No one cared about it then. Because then, at the Mania, they were like, oh, this is not the main event. Well, fuck this shit. Bye. I'm going to smoke some weed.
Yeah,
or at least that was my section.
It didn't even come close to Wrestle Kingdom. It was never going to come close to Wrestle Kingdom. So it should have never main evented. And 2, I'm going to end, since you made my point, I'm going to end my point with a question. A simple question. Was Braun Strowman more over before or after flipping an ambulance with Roman Reigns in it? Yes, sip your tea. Sip your tea, please. Sip your tea.
It's a soy latte, first of all. So.
See, it is now going to be called, whenever somebody talks about Braun Strowman in a positive light, we're going to talk about BRR and ARR. before Roman Reigns and after Roman Reigns.
Just fuck Roman Reigns in general.
I know she wants to, but
Yeah.
no.
Why?
But no.
That tiny dick. No way.
What is the spotlight in True Heels? Do you guys have anything to say
Shout
about the
out
G1
Reigns.
Supercard or before Roman Reigns and after Roman Reigns? What do you guys have to say?
True Heel Samuel says Roman Reigns is the man.
Hoo-wah! Yes! Yes! He's the man! He's the big dog! Do you know that when we talk about Extreme Rules in a little bit, when he main events Extreme Rules, he will be the 11th all-time WWE main events. All time. It's not sad. This is great news.
Dude, that's a dude that's walking around in that company saying he's the fucking man. This is his yard, yet he doesn't have a fucking title.
That's not his fault. That's your fault.
That's my fault?
Yes, you and the rest of them.
Fucking WWE!
You and the rest of them. You denied him. You were hating. Stop the hate, please.
You could have gladly given that to him at Mania.
I agree.
This fucking shit, and then see how it goes there. You didn't.
But how
And
did the
you can
fans
still
react?
have him.
How did the fans
I don't know.
react?
Personally, I just don't like Roman Reigns. He doesn't do it for me as like a sexy guy. No, it doesn't do it for me. One, two. If his character is so fucking bored. I mean, this is not a I hate Roman Reigns podcast. Let's not really. I can go fucking on, dude. I can go on about why I don't like Roman Reigns. But moving on.
You need to accept Roman Reigns in your life. If it wasn't for Roman, you would have no Braun.
No.
You would have no Braun.
Jordan Fisher says your Bulldog shirt is legit.
I got Pro Wrestling Tees. Pro Wrestling Tees. If you want to sponsor me, hi. Slip into them DMs.
There you go, Pro Wrestling Sleeves. Anything else from the True Heels of Spotlight Nation?
It's a great point, actually. This is from Anthony Carragher. It's a great point, but couldn't agree more. Lesnar Roman was set to fail from the beginning.
Exactly. They set them up to fail. The fans wanted them to fail. They made them fail. It's not Vince's fault. It's not Roman's fault. It's the fans' fault.
But Jonathan Chase Brooks says that Braun was already over. People were clamoring for him to win the Andre Battle Royal.
They were clamoring. I think that was at.
Was he?
Wasn't that after Fastlane when he had already versed Roman? So yeah, it don't. Yeah.
No, he wasn't even in the Battle Royal.
No, I
this
think he's
year.
talking
Last
about
year, right?
Yeah, he's talking about last
year.
year. People were clamoring for him to win the Andre, but that was because he feuded with Roman at Fastlane the month before. Nothing. He was not over. See, that's why I need y'all to talk. I need y'all to think, do some research before you comment, because I'm gonna call you out on it.
that Google,
I'm
boy.
gonna call you out on it. Fastlane 2017, Roman versus Braun. Yes, that happened, and that's why Braun Strowman started to get more over, and that's why you wanted him to win the Andre the Giant Memorial. Sorry. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
We may have someone else leaving WWE. Daniel Bryan has reports that his contract is ending in September. WWE is looking to go through any and all storylines concerning him with the fear he will not resign. What are your thoughts?
Man, Daniel Bryan, probably top 5 my all-time favorite wrestlers ever. Because I've seen him start from ROH all the way now to WWE, and the news that he may be not re-signing with WWE makes me ecstatic.
Yeah.
It makes me so
That's something I agree with.
happy. I'm sorry. You have probably the most organic babyface that you've had since Stone Cold Steve Austin returned from a career-threatening injury after 2 years, and you throw him in the ring with a 7-foot walking broomstick, who can't do anything right, who can't cut promos, who can't listen to directions from his bosses.
You're talking about Team Hell No, right?
I'm talking about Cass. I'm talking about Cass.
Cass.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
his first
Fuck that
feud
dude.
back was against Big Cass. Then I'm going to talk about the fact that SmackDown has some of the best tag teams in the world. It's got The Bar. It's got the New Day. It's got the Usos. It got Sanity. Bludgeon Brothers. You were better as Wyatt family, but y'all alright. But they didn't care about the tag teams on SmackDown until Kane came back. And at
that, don't you got mayor shit to do? Remember, why are you back on TV? But that's the thing, though. Like, you have Samoa Joe on SmackDown. You have AJ Styles Rusev, I don't even know anymore on SmackDown because honestly I don't watch Raw or SmackDown anymore, but you have so many singles competitors that you could put Daniel Bryan in and you decide to have him with Team Hell No, like reunite that. Have you seen the shirts on WWE Shop? That shit is awful. Let me tell you about one shirt. There is one shirt that has Kane's mask and Daniel Bryan's arms and it says yes. It is the ugliest fucking thing you have ever seen on the goddamn internet. Please go to shopwwe.com, search for that shirt, and fucking screenshot it and tell me how much fucking awful it is. It is the ugliest fucking thing in the world. And if you want to know about my angry WWE rants, you can go on my link in Instagram at _Queen of the Ring. I made a whole video. I'm just self-promoting. But it's true. Like, you reunite Team Hell No when Daniel Bryan, the most recent motherfuckers in years, since like CM Punk?
Yeah.
He comes back from retirement, from a career-ending retirement, and you're like, you know what's fucking awesome? Not his feud with The Miz, not a potential amazing match with him and AJ Styles. We should team him up with Hell No and fucking reunite Kane. Suck my dick from the back, dude. Like, why are you doing that? That is horrible storytelling and booking beyond belief.
It just
It grinds my gears, and that is why I do not watch Raw or SmackDown, dude. Like 100%, that is why I don't watch it anymore. But I will give you the floor back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like I don't know if I can follow that,
but it's true. Like that's why I agree with you. Is like if he doesn't resign with WWE, that'd be the best thing in wrestling. And with that MSG card coming, oh dude.
And please believe they will sell out if they get Daniel Bryan on board for that show. But yeah, I don't know if I can follow that.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, between I just feel like WWE, like Melly Ragdoll said in the intro, they're just trying to get through everything in a fast amount of time. They're speeding everything through. I feel like we're getting Miz versus Bryan at SummerSlam. I'll talk about that more when we talk about Extreme Rules, but it just feels like they've rushed through everything. They didn't have a plan for him to come back, even though from all reports, they knew about him coming back months before he came back. So it's just like, you knew about him coming back months before. You threw him in a random tag team match at WrestleMania. Though I will give you credit, you've been building that since like December. So
which is like, alright.
Yeah.
You know, for like a comeback match, it was like, alright.
Yeah. No. It was alright. It was alright until the match started. And you spent the first 10 minutes of Daniel Bryan's return match with him laid out on the floor. Like, and then ever since then, the WrestleMania card went downhill from that moment when they did that.
So bad.
It feels like all of WWE creative has gone down since then because it has not picked up. We've been in this post-Mania slump since Daniel Bryan was laid out for 10 minutes in his returning match.
And wasn't it the next week or that Mania after SmackDown or SmackDown after whatever it is? They gave us AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
You could use that for fucking SummerSlam. I would buy a ticket. Why would you give that on free TV? And at that USA Network, what the fuck?
They gave us Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe in a random gauntlet match. It's like, come on, WWE. You gotta know what you're doing is stupid. You gotta know that you have a person that can print money for you and you are just blowing, you are just shitting the load with them.
Dude, it is so bad. It's like they're playing chess and they're like, checkmate. It's like, no, you just moved first. Like,
yeah,
they have the pieces, they have like the toys, the players, and they're just like not using them correctly. They're not doing it again. It's so bad. Like, it pisses me off so much.
They're putting the legs where the head's supposed to be.
Yes.
They're putting the head where the crotch's supposed to be. It's all over the place. What do the Spotlight and True Heels have to say?
Steven Rican Izarazi says, who do you think is going to face Daniel in Japan when he goes there?
Not if he goes there.
When
he goes there, I really want to see Daniel Bryan versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. The best two pure baby faces I've ever seen in my life is Daniel Bryan and Tanahashi, and that's the match I want to see. I would love to see that match.
I'd like to see him versus Kota Ibushi.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. I just feel like Kota Ibushi is just too dangerous.
I would.
One of them might break their neck.
Him going to New Japan is dangerous.
That's
with
also
that strong
true.
style.
That's also
so.
true.
I mean, everyone's gonna say Daniel Bryan versus Kenny Omega. It's like, of course we want to see that. That's a fucking dream match.
You don't say the obvious choice. We don't give you the obvious choice
Yeah.
here on True Heel Heat. We give you the ones that make you think a little bit. Does Spotlight True Heels have anything else to say to us before we move on?
2 comments. Anthony Carragher says, I said it before and I'll say it again, SmackDown has the most talent that is completely underused.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
And Jonathan from Harlem wants to know, to Alex, how do you suck a dick from the back?
Microphone free!
I can show you, but I think we should keep things a little PG.
I mean,
In terms of image.
We
I don't know, go to Viceland and go to fucking Dyson Merrow's show and you can probably see there. That's where I got that quote from. But we all know how.
This show has gone off the rails.
I'm sorry. Let's keep it back on track.
Oh, moving on.
All right, some more news. We have some possible new faces coming in. There's rumors of WWE buying out Evolve. So they're in the process of potentially purchasing Evolve to have them on the WWE network. What would that mean for NXT?
I mean, what it would mean for NXT is that NXT is going to be a part of this Fox deal, in my opinion. That just hearing the report that WWE wants to buy, because this is now the second report, because we had before that they were going to buy Progress and ICW and bring them to the WWE network. So now that we're hearing this with Evolve, I think they're going to buy all 3. And I think they're really going to put NXT on Fox Sports 1 to go along with SmackDown on Fox. And we're going to get Evolve, ICW, and Progress on the WWE network. And I am 100% on board for that, because Progress is the best promotion in the UK, in my opinion. And I'm not able to see it as often as I would like. So it being on the WWE network would solve that. ICW is the UK's version of ECW, so I would definitely want to see that. And Evolve has the best pure wrestling, and it's really a slight callback to what ROH really used to be with Evolve. So all 3 of those promotions bring something new to WWE Network, so I'm definitely on board with that.
Well, do you think that the WWE is now shook because of this all-in, like, selling out, and that's why they're like, okay, we want Evolve, we want Progress, we want ICW, like, they're shook.
They want their hand in this independent revolution that's going on, because back in the 90s, it was about competition. Mm-hmm. It was about WCW coming up, rising up to actually become competition for WWF. ECW being innovative to the point that WWF had to steal stuff from them and view them as competition. Now it's more of a generation of choice. That fans actually have a choice, that they don't have to just be forced to go through the WWE post-WrestleMania slump and the creative that is not creative. They don't have to go through that anymore. They have a choice to get the New Japan World app, to get Honor Club, to get a Twitch account, to get out there and discover that there's more wrestling out there.
Yeah, but, and this is my argument when people say, like, oh, I want the Young Bucks to go to NXT, I want this person to go to NXT. Do you think it's still going to be good? Like, when they put NXT on Fox, do you think it's still going to be the good NXT that we're getting right now? Because this is the best roster that it's been since, like, the Finn Balor, like, Bayley days.
Yeah.
When they were champions. So I want to be excited, but at the same time, I'm kind of, like, holding my horses just because it's like, you're probably going to fuck it up. Because it's WWE, dude. They fuck it up. They fuck it up big time. So it's like, I want to be excited, but at the same time, it's just like, I'll see. I'll stick to Ring of Honor and New Japan right now, the current things that I'm watching. You know, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I'm also like,
that's
my reaction.
You have trepidation. You have some trepidation when it comes to that. All I will say is that I don't like Triple H as a wrestler. I don't like Triple H as a politician backstage. I love Triple H as a booker. And I believe I believe in Triple H as a booker. I believe in Triple H as a decision maker for other wrestlers' careers, not his own. Not his own at all.
Yeah.
Not his own.
No, I agree. Especially now that he's producing shows with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. But yeah, like he's doing a good job.
If he's still in charge of NXT, that's what I'm trying to say. If he's still in charge of NXT, if it goes to
On
Fox
TV,
Sports, if it goes to Fox Sports and he's still in charge,
then we're probably going to be in good hands.
I'm all on board for it because he's done great work with NXT. 205 Live has been some of the best television from WWE ever since WrestleMania, in my opinion. So I believe in Triple H, and he's only given me more reason to believe in him.
And now they're going to have NXT UK.
Exactly.
That's exciting.
And that's coming to the WWE Network.
Yeah, that's coming to WWE Network too.
That's really the replacement for NXT not being on the WWE Network is NXT UK. They're doing, they have filmings coming up next month in, I believe it's in Ireland. They have more in October as well as November. So they're starting to build up momentum for the NXT UK brand. But this news with buying Evolve and buying ICW in Progress is just going to bring more talent into that WWE umbrella. But as far as Evolve, who from Evolve you want to see on the WWE Network?
Man, I don't even know. Dude, Walter would be insane to see in the WWE Network. But he's just going to kill motherfuckers. That's why I want to see him on the network.
I want to see that match he had with Adam Cole for the North American Championship.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one. Yeah.
But me personally is someone that I never thought I would see in the WWE because he's the only wrestler who I go up to, well, besides RVD and Sabu, the only wrestler I go up to and I say I got 5 on it. Matt Riddle!
Yes!
Matt Riddle! Under anything in the WWE Network is just gonna, when Evolve comes to the WWE Network, the person that's gonna have my jaw on the floor, like I'm gonna be like, I can't believe I'm seeing him in the WWE, is Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Because Matt Riddle is not the prototypical person WWE looks at, so him being on the WWE Network is gonna be huge.
That'd be pretty dope, though. I love Matt Riddle.
Love me some Matt Riddle. Yeah. Matt Riddle, shout outs to you. I got 5 on it. When I see you again. I hope I see you in New York sometime soon. Maybe during SummerSlam weekend. But let's talk about we missed a whole bunch of stuff since True Heel Heat 13. Big shows from ROH as well as New Japan. We talked about a little bit with the US show that was at the Cow Palace. But first, we got to talk about ROH had a big show. What was it? What was the big show that we missed since True Heel Heat 13?
We have here Castle survives with the world title, but gets a lethal injection and loses his title the next day to Jay Lethal.
Yes, that was best in the world. Yes, it was Dalton Castle. He successfully defended in a triple threat match against Marty Scurll as well as Jay Lethal. Marty Scurll as well as Cody. And then the next night, it was a fatal 4-way. Dalton Castle, Cody, Matt Taven, and Jay Lethal. And Jay Lethal is our new ROH World Champion. What's your thoughts on that, Alex? With our new world champion, Jay Lethal, 2 times.
I don't think he's gonna stay world champion, to be honest. I think they just gave it to him because they didn't want to give it to Cody right away. And obviously because Dalton is injured, they have to take the title off of him. I don't care that Jay Lethal. It's cool. Jay Lethal deserves another title run. But with All In coming in and what is it, the champion versus champion, the NWA and then the Ring of Honor, supposedly that's what it is?
Well,
are they going for that?
People kind of got confused by the wording with everything.
Basically, I got confused for sure.
It's definitely going to be Cody getting a shot at the NWA World title at All In.
Uh-huh.
The stipulation was that if Cody won the triple threat or won the ROH World title, it would be title versus title. So Nick Aldis actually interfered in the triple threat match. He actually pulled the referee out when Dalton had the win over Marty Scurll. Then Cody did a little plancha onto him. Cody got taken out, and then Dalton got the victory over Marty. But I feel like you couldn't put the title on Cody because Cody he's filming something over the summer. That's what he's been saying a lot. That's why he
dyed his hair.
That's why he dyed his hair. That's why he's not in the G1 is because he's filming this over the summer, so he couldn't be the champion. Marty Scurll is a strange situation with ROH. I just feel like ROH doesn't want to fully commit to make him the face of ROH. I don't know if
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I really find this strange.
He's older as fuck. He's on one of the biggest shows on YouTube, which is Being the Elite. Wrestling shows on YouTube. Being the Elite. You can have him as the face of the company. Why not? And he does some pretty sick promos too.
I didn't understand it, but Jay Lethal, I just feel is just a safer bet because he's been the franchise. He's been the face of ROH for a while. He did his whole at Best in the World, he versed Kushida, and he beat Kushida. He had his little storyline where he was going through all the men that defeated him over the last couple of months. He beat Mark Briscoe, he beat Chucky T, he beat Matt Taven, and then beat Kushida at Best in the World. So it was a cool transition from him going through that whole little storyline to now getting back the ROH World title. And I could kind of see them reuniting the feud between him and Marty Scurll from Final Battle, with Marty pulling the villain out of him. I love that.
That was a good match.
That was a great match,
Yeah.
and I felt like the story was also great, so they can go back to that.
That'd be
Him and Cody have a lot left that they can do with each other. Him and Dalton, Dalton beat him one-on-one at the anniversary show, so him winning the title, they kind of have a little bit of story right there as well. So, and then you also have Matt Taven with the Kingdom trying to become a Grand Slam champion. So
A lot of people want Matt Taven to be world champion.
I'm a big Matt Taven guy.
I think he should. I think it'd be a great run.
And he's going to be the first ever Grand Slam champion. So I feel like that's another thing that's going to be helpful. Outside of that, what else do we have at Best in the World?
We have the Bucks and the Briscoes stealing the show.
And I want to say the Bucks, the Young Bucks. I always clamor for the Young Bucks. I always say the Young Bucks is the best tag team in the world. But Briscoes don't get enough credit.
They're underrated as fuck.
They
dude.
don't
Yeah.
get enough credit. Back like 10 years ago, Briscoes was considered wildly like the best tag team in the world. But over time, Jay Briscoe, he went out on his own as a singles. Mark Briscoe went out on his own on the singles. So they don't get a lot of the credit that they deserve as a tag team. But this match at Best in the World, probably top 3, top 4 tag team match I've seen all year. It was a great match, very hard hitting. It was really about the Young Bucks trying to prove their toughness to the Briscoes, being as tough as the Briscoes, but they're not as tough as the Briscoes, so the Briscoes got the victory. But two of the best tag teams in the world, and it was a great match. And I want to see more between them, but after the match, it was actually SCU that got involved and actually put their name out for the tag team title. So would you like to see SCU win the ROH tag team titles?
Fuck yes. I love SCU. That's one of the best segments on Being the Elite. And Frank Kazarian retweeted my picture.
Really?
I did they have that like mandatory violence shirt where it's just all bloody, and I recreated like an American Psycho thing with blood on my face, and he retweeted me. It was great.
See,
it was the best moment of my life.
Kaz, he aight, but my man is Christopher Daniels. I've always been.
Christopher Daniels is so good. I love him.
I love the Fallen Angel, and I always big him up at every show I go to. So I'm all for SCU winning the tag team titles.
Dude, Sky doesn't get any love though.
He aight.
Sky, he's got that one throwaway line like this is
the worst town I've ever been in. I will say I want that T-shirt though.
I do too.
I want
Pro
that
Wrestling Tees sponsor me, and
Pro-
we'll fucking.
Pro Wrestling Tees, you're giving you a lot of advertising right here. A lot of
we really fucking are.
Call us. You can be a sponsor for True Heel Heat. Spotlight Nation, True Heels. Do you guys have any words on the Best in the World? Please put in the comment section. Give us some questions. We're gonna move on to the G1 special. I was there live, San Francisco, at the Cow Palace.
Dude, how was it being in that environment?
Well, I want to say the arena was really shaped. It was shaped kind of like a palace.
Like a palace?
Yeah, kind of like a palace. It was really shaped. Me and the baby buck that I transformed from Baby Seth to Baby Buck. We went in with very cool signs. I want to say something that I don't usually do on this show, and that's compliment Baby Buck. He's great at making signs. He's great. He's a great artist. He makes it perfect, and we created very, very cool signs.
I didn't see your signs on TV.
I know you did. And I'm going to tell you why. One said, I chose Cody in red, white, and blue. He had that one.
Cody?
Yeah, he had that one. Yeah,
Baby Buck heel.
Yeah, he's a heel.
True heel.
He's a true heel. He's a Cody fan. Who cares? And I had a sign that said, I chose Kenny in gold.
Okay.
On the back, it said FCR. Fuck Cody Rhodes. Yes.
Fuck Cody back.
But my mistake was I went in with the sign saying FCR pointing.
Good job.
What? Pointing in the direction. I tried to go in, and security stopped me. They said, we just need to see your signs real quick. Then they got on their little walkie-talkie. They walked away. They turned around. It was like, and then they turned back to me and they said I couldn't get in with my FCR sign. I know who they made the call to, and it was you, Cody. It was you, Cody. You didn't want me to promote my hashtag on national TV, on Access TV. You didn't want me to expose you for the fraud and the worthless piece of crap that you are.
Oh shit.
He stole it.
Are you sure that he answered the call, or was it Bernard?
Bernard.
Fuck Bernard.
Fuck Bernard. Fuck Barry. Fuck them all. Fuck Cody.
Fuck
most
all of y'all.
But yeah, that's why our signs weren't seen on TV.
Oh damn! I had no idea.
It was confiscated by security and Cody Rhodes.
It's okay. Your beautiful faces made up for it.
Yes, we did. We got a lot of camera time. But
A
what
lot.
was your perspective seeing it from home?
I marked the fuck out when you guys were on TV. I'm not gonna lie, because I was home and then I was with a few people that were watching the UFC at that night. So I was the only one like marking out. Everyone was like, "Keep it down. We're trying to watch UFC." But my perspective, like, it was good. The I will say the commentary, like, it's not the same without Kevin Kelly.
Yeah.
It is not the same. And JR was shooting on the crew, like, even before that spot, that Jay White spot, when he fell back, like, he was shooting on the crew, like, just the railing and how it wasn't, like, set up properly. And it was, like, I was excited to watch it because it was New Japan in America, like, and at that, it was broadcast for the first time, right? So, well, not for the first time, but it was a huge deal.
Yeah.
It was a huge fucking deal. So I was super excited. But it's just like the commentary was just like, oh,
and
this could be better.
That's one complaint that I did hear, like, from a lot of people that watched it at home, is that
that's my one complaint.
I mean, and that's the same complaint. It seems like for every USA show is that Jim Ross and Josh Barnett don't bring it on commentary.
No,
they suck at commentary, and that's one reason I was very happy to be at the arena.
Well, there was one part where Josh was going off about Daryl, and because JR was like, "Oh, Daryl is the son of blah blah blah," and then Josh was talking more about it and was like, "Hey, what do you think about this, JR?" He's just like, "Well, I'm just saying what I was handed to on a script." Yeah,
really?
Like, he
said
just
that?
didn't care. Like, he just did something along those lines. Like, he just, like, didn't give a fuck. He was just like, "I'm reading what I'm reading, and I'm not gonna say anything more about that."
Wow.
And he just, like, was shot the whole fucking time after that Jay White spot. But it was like at those. And he was cursing on commentary too. Like, he was just like, "I don't give a shit about this." Oh, something. I forget what. I can't. Like, I'm kind of drawing a blank now as to what exactly he said. But it was just so like, man, JR, you don't give a shit about being here. You're just getting paid the big bucks because you're JR. And that's fine. But, like, obviously, the New Japan's goal is to bring New Japan to America on a bigger scale, in actual competition with the WWE.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that with JR on commentary. I mean, you're gonna get the nostalgia, but it's just not gonna happen. You gotta bring Kevin Kelly on, babe.
You're getting the name recognition and nostalgia, but you're taking away from the enjoyment of the fans.
I mean, the one great thing about him on commentary is when he fell back. He broke his ribs. I'm sorry. That was amazing.
You gotta love that. You gotta love, because it got genuine emotion from him. I mean, hey, what did the Spotlight Nation and True Heels think about the G1 special at San Francisco over the weekend?
Top guy JJ says JR fucking blows in commentary. Please give it to someone who gives a shit.
Kevin Kelly and Don Callis is the best, one of the best commentary teams, period, in wrestling, in my opinion.
Right now, yeah.
They need to do all the USA shows, but from my perspective, being there live, it was just very awe-inspiring. I want to say I've been to a lot of events this year, from Raw 25 to the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, Supercard of Honor. This was the best show I've been to all year.
Are you just saying that because you were front row?
What? That had a lot to do with the experience.
Because I would say that because of Supercard, because I was front row.
Yeah.
So
that had a lot to do with the experience. Being front row, especially for like matches like Hiromu Takahashi versus Dragon Lee, and the main event, just being up close for those matches definitely made the experience worthwhile and made it the best show I've been to all year, and probably top 3 I've been to all time.
But it was still a great show, whether you were watching it at home or live.
It was just good to great wrestling from top to bottom. From the start with the Bullet Club, seeing King Haku for the first time, that was really cool. He got a great reaction. Tama Tonga, seeing him live for the first time. That guy knows how to move. The Ishii and Yano versus Suzuki Gun. Seeing Suzuki up close and personal and getting to sing his song with the arena full of people was great. Seeing Ishii and Suzuki batter each other was incredible. From there, you had Young Bucks and LIJ, and anytime the Young Bucks come out, they just come out and try to have the best match ever. And the fact that the cameras saw the excitement that me and the Baby Buck had during that match and decided to put us and give us our 5 seconds of fame made it even better. And getting a text message from Alex letting us know that it was cool as well.
I was texting him all day.
Seeing Tanahashi up close and personal, Okada, Naito, but the last 3 matches definitely made it the best show I've seen all year.
What would you say was match of the night for you, personally?
Match of the night, I honestly, right after the show, I probably would have said Takahashi versus Dragon Lee, because I've never seen, that was a spectacle. I've never seen moves like that up close and personal. And then I will say the last 3 to 5 minutes, the enjoyment kind of got out with the injury to Takahashi, him landing on his head and breaking his neck. I knew from the moment he landed, I was like, his neck's broken. His neck.
That was tough.
His neck's broken. It took him a while to even kick out of that move, and then he did a Canadian Destroyer out after that. But the time bomb that finished the match looked horrible because he couldn't pick him up. I knew from the jump that his neck was broken, so that made it a little bit uncomfortable. The main event was great. Cody and Kenny, of course, being saved by my one-wing guardian angel, Kenny Omega, made that one of the best matches I've seen. But the best match of the night was Juice versus Jay White.
Yeah.
Juice versus Jay Wyatt for the U.S. Championship was the best match of the night. I have not seen that, a crowd get behind someone little by little throughout a match they did for Juice.
They were fucking behind him.
They were behind him from the start, but it was even more. It was a build up for that big pop at the end when he won. And then Jay Wyatt, that was the best performance he's had as a heel since becoming Switchblade.
Oh, for sure. I'd say watching it at home was the Dragon Lee versus Takahashi.
Yeah.
For me, at least. That was a good one. But I didn't know he broke his neck until after the show when the reports came out. Because apparently it was as soon as he got backstage, he just collapsed.
Yeah.
And they rushed him to the hospital. Also, did you hear fans try to see him in the hospital? They tried to visit him when he was in the hospital in California. Yeah. Yeah. Where somebody, I don't know if it was Will Ospreay, but somebody tweeted out, you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. That's the equivalent of waiting for your favorite superstar at the airport. Dude,
yes.
Personal fucking space.
You gotta give them
they do not want to see you after breaking their goddamn neck. But thankfully, he's alright and he flew back to Japan and he's getting worked on, so speedy recovery, I hope.
So what do you think? Do you think it's going to be the junior heavyweight title? They're going to ask him to relinquish it?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, how long is it going to take for him to get... I mean, we don't know how serious that injury is.
Most neck injuries seem to be 6 to 8 months, so...
Yeah, so he's got to get that up, right?
Yeah, it's a tough injury to have, and it's bad timing because he just won the title. Just won
Super
the
Junior.
Best of Super Juniors. I never want to say Dragon Lee did it on purpose. The fact that Dragon Lee was in King of the Indies the night before, wrestling 3 matches, including great finals against Flip Gordon, and then wrestled that great match, that probably had to do a little bit something with him probably not delivering the move like he would. Yeah, he would all the time. So,
but I hate to say that happens, but that's just that's the business. Yeah,
exactly. It's the nature of the business that they're in. So my best wishes to Hiromu Takahashi. Hopefully he gets well soon, and I'm looking forward to what New Japan is gonna do in regarding the junior heavyweight title going forward. And but the major thing we didn't talk about from the G1 special was the ending. The ending after the main event. The main event, we thought we were gonna just have a Kenny Omega speech. the Bullet Club giving the too sweet and walking off into the sunset. But no, the firing squad, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and King Haku jumped the Elite. So, what were your thoughts watching it at home?
I knew it was gonna happen. As soon as they came out from the back, I was like, "Oh shit, it's about to go down right now." And then it happened, and I marked out as hard as seeing you guys on TV. Like I was like, "Oh my god, it's happening!" But I thought Cody was gonna side with them. I didn't think that he was gonna actually try to save them. So I was pretty surprised on that. But it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, I honestly said to Baby Buck, who's right next to me, I was like, that was the best ending to any USA show that they've had in these last 2 years.
Yeah, for sure.
They gave you a hook to keep on watching, to want to watch more, and the fact that Tama Tonga is in the G1 in the same block as Kenny Omega, Bad Luck Fale is in the same block as Hangman Page. This story, the Bullet Club Civil War, is... Honestly, it's between that and Ciampa and Gargano for Feud of the Year because those two storylines have been amazing.
And they're keeping it so fresh with being the Elite too. Like that episode towards the end, in the other episode the week before, when Nick was in the car and he had that vision.
Yeah, the flashback.
And then it showed him at the event and he was having the flashback.
Yes.
Dude, the detail that they put into the stories from being the Elite down to the actual show. WWE, take some fucking notes, please.
Absolutely.
Dude, like seriously, they put so much work into this story, and you would think like, okay, Kenny versus Cody, that's like the major feud within the Bullet Club, and they're having this fight. It must be done now.
Exactly.
No, it's not. It keeps it fresh, and you're like, I gotta tune into being the Elite. I have to know, especially what happens in All In. Wow, you're doing so much better than WWE right now. And it was good. It was so good.
The funniest part was I totally forgot that Nick had the vision until this week's episode. And they went back and they was like, and then they showed the picture with his eyes rolled in the back of his head. I was like,
because the last time that he had the vision, it took a while for us to find out what it was.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. I was like, well, we're probably gonna know what happened at All In. But
Exactly.
for it to happen the next week, it's like, oh fuck, dude. Oh my god.
But he said something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, and they did. And the civil war between them, oh, I'm so pumped to see that. But also, did you notice in the end when they were all laying in the ring, Matt and Kenny were holding hands?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I cried. I cried.
I love the family dinner episode, and Cody coming in at that end.
And what the hell is Aku's problem?
Awesome. The Bullet Club Civil War G1 special was amazing, but we got stuff that's coming up this weekend. A big show. Tell us about it, Melly Ragdoll.
Yes, I actually want to get your predictions for Extreme Rules. We have the New Day versus Sanity. Alex, what is your prediction for the kickoff show?
Sanity.
Yeah, Sanity. I mean that seems like an easy pick.
It's a tables match. Like, do you expect New Day to go over Sanity?
I mean, the whole feud starting with pancakes and then being put through a table. So yeah, I gotta go with Sanity in that one. I think we're across the board with Sanity.
Okay. We also have Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens in the steel cage match. SP3. What do you think we have for that one?
I mean, Braun Strowman has been the worst human being ever and been picking on that poor soul that is Kevin Owens. See, this is why you were nothing, BRR. You were nothing before Roman Reigns, and you're nothing now. You're nothing but a bully.
Poor Kevin Steen.
Kevin Owens is being picked on. Poor Kevin Owens, but Braun Strowman is going to win.
Alex, what do you think?
I don't care, to be honest. I don't, but my one thing, I do not want to see that fucking spot that you always see in a steel cage match that you saw at the Greatest Royal Rumble when someone like goes through the fucking that front part of the steel cage. I don't want to see that fucking spot, and I have a feeling that they're gonna do it, but I mean, if I had to choose somebody, maybe it'd be Kevin Owens, but it's probably not.
Okay. Alright. Well, we got one for Kevin Owens. I didn't think nobody would pick Kevin Owens, so.
Next we have my baby father, Roman Reigns, versus do not laugh, it's real.
Okay.
Versus Bobby Lashley. SB3, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna go, surprisingly, I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, yes.
And his nice
Bobby
headband.
Lashley. I see. True Heel Heat. What was it? True Heel Heat 11 when Alex joined us for the first time. I told you guys. Bobby Lashley would show his worth. He showed his worth on Monday in that pull-apart ball when he mauled Roman Reigns. So Bobby Lashley's gonna turn heel and he is gonna win at Extreme Rules.
My prediction is Brock Lesnar's gonna come out and just be like, "Fuck this, we don't care, right?" 'Cause it's true.
Well, I got Bobby Lashley winning. Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
I got the referee winning that whole match.
Awful how much she hates on Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley
Well,
and Brock Lesnar.
I don't like hate Bobby Lashley. It's just like he's like Shelton Benjamin to me at this point. Like the way that they fit, I disrespected.
Disrespectful to Black excellence.
No way.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful to
Not
Black
giving that
excellence.
reputation, police.
Yes.
Into that one.
Yes.
No way. No, that's not what
Alex, we have Finn
Please, come
Balor.
on.
Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin. Who's your pick?
Finn Balor. Constable Baron Corbin.
I want to say that smiling, that smiling used to be demon, but he hasn't been a demon in so long. I gotta go with the Constable.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go with the Constable and his new haircut and his Friday's vest.
That's a fresh cut though.
It's a fresh cut.
He looks 10 times better.
So much better than that long hair. Definitely.
Next, we have Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins in the 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship. So, what's your pick?
This is going to be the match of the night. It's going to be the best match on the show. And I'm going with Seth Rollins to win back the Intercontinental Championship because I believe that Drew McIntyre got the victory over Seth on Raw to set up Seth versus Drew at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship.
I would have to go with Seth Rollins because the Intercontinental Championship is dying in Dolph Ziggler's hands.
Like everything dies in Dolph Ziggler's hand. You're worthless, dog.
Like his
You're
career.
worthless.
Just like his career.
You're worthless. You're just riding on Drew's coattails. God damn it.
For real, though.
Alright, so for the SmackDown Tag Championship, we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. Alex, what is your choice?
Well, we all know who I'm not picking. I'm picking the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, we know Alex is not picking Team Hell No. And she's definitely not going on WWE Shop to get those new.
I will get the Dude Love throwback shirt more than that fucking Team Hell. Dude, just go on the shop and look at the shirts.
I love the meme that came out with the Team Hell No shirt and all these new WWE shirts, including like the Velveteen Dream and the Ember Moon Eclipse shirt, and it was like these are all done by Nicholas from WrestleMania 34.
Oh my god, but it's so true.
They all look like they were done by.
That's how that kid is spending his summer.
He couldn't. Yeah. He couldn't work. He couldn't be Raw Tag Team Champion because he had to go back to school. So now he's working with he's working with WWE Shop over the summer. Yeah, you know? He couldn't get another shot, so he had to do that.
So bad.
Team Hell No versus Bludgeon Brothers. I don't know, but I actually talked about this on Wrestling Rambles as well. This could main event. If Team Hell No is gonna go over, this could main event. So that's my condition. If it main event,
wait, this tag match could main event Extreme Rules?
If you don't watch SmackDown, you don't watch SmackDown. So the
fill me the fuck
the
in.
viewers that watch SmackDown from the Pro Wrestling Spotlight from the True Heels will tell you the build up for Extreme Rules every week on SmackDown. The majority of the build up has been about this match. It's been about Team Hell No's, they're reuniting. It's been about the Bludgeon Brothers versus them beefing. They had Miss TV with Team Hell No, which will lead to my real answer that it's not gonna main event. But the Bludgeon Brothers will win because The Miz interferes and costs Team Hell No. Because The Miz on SmackDown said that he wants to end Daniel Bryan's career.
Well,
because
hopefully it ends that way because then I'm tuning in.
Exactly.
For real though.
Exactly. We're trying to bring Alex back. We're trying to bring Melly Ragdoll back. We're gonna bring him back by giving us Miz versus Daniel Bryan. So I got the Bludgeons.
All right.
Legends, yeah.
So for the Raw Tag Championship, we have the Deleter of Worlds and the B Team.
Like who? I'm sorry. I know I haven't watched it in a while, but like who is that? I know who it is. It's just the names. Like who?
Like the Leaders of Worlds?
B Team.
B Team. I'm gonna go with the Deleters of Worlds. No real reason behind it. This rivalry kind of just end on a damper. The little impersonations the B Team was doing of the Deleters of Worlds was funny for about like maybe the third week, but this week it wasn't funny. So I'm over it now. I'm over it. Just end it.
I think it's gonna be the B Team, but they're gonna have that like not Dolph Ziggler, sorry, Zack Ryder run with the tag titles and lose it the next night.
You think so?
Yeah.
But who did they lose it to?
Who do they lose it to?
Yeah.
Probably Deleters of Worlds because that's what WWE does.
Just hot potato those.
Right? Because Zack Ryder like lost it and then gave it back. They gave it back to the Miz or something.
No, I think Kevin Owens was the
Kevin
champion.
Owens was the champion. There we go.
Champion going in.
Yeah. Fuck that match too.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. That's the kind of wrestling fan I am now with WWE just booking all this shit like storylines and.
She's like, if they don't care, I don't care.
That's a whole different podcast. But continue.
Okay. Let's switch it up. Let's go to the ladies. SmackDown Women's Championship. We have Carmella versus Asuka. Alex, your choice.
I love Carmella, dude. I would like Carmella to win. I would.
I was on this Carmella bandwagon, but I'm sorry. This has been one of the worst build-ups I've ever seen because it's all been downhill since they found some way to make Asuka look worse than she did at WrestleMania. Yeah. They found some way at Money in the Bank. They had her stand there like an idiot and just look at James Ellsworth like, oh my God, it's James Ellsworth. I've never seen a human being without a chin.
Is he a human being though?
I don't know, but it was just like, I was like, why are you standing there? Why are you staring at him like that? Why?
Dude, you know what James Ellsworth reminds me of? Remember those like skinny little like shit aliens from Men in Black that were like, hey.
Don't talk about James like that. James, shouts out to you. Shouts out to James Ellsworth for being a member of the True Heels group page.
Oh, you didn't know? He like hit on me the entire Mania weekend when I was at WrestleCon.
He
was like,
blew her up.
Blue hair girl, hey, let me get your number. And I was like, and I ran away. I was so scared.
He just wants to make that true heel connection. He knows you're a true heel. He's a true heel. Just get, you can have some true heel babies. Exactly. Some true heel babies. You know. You don't want to give his kid some chins?
What's the next match?
Let's move on.
Asuka's gonna win. Asuka's gonna win.
Alright, so for the Extreme Rules match for the Raw Women's Championship, we have Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax.
Ronda Rousey, you forgot it's gonna be in the front row. Ronda Rousey is gonna be in the front row, so you know who wins? We do. The fans. The fans win because Ronda will be in the front row.
She's clearly interrupting that match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't watch Raw and I already know what's going to happen. Anyway, Alexa Bliss is taking her.
Yes, Alexa wins, sets up Alexa versus Ronda at SummerSlam. The Ronda coronation, as I like to call it. Yes, yeah. Ronda Slam.
Moving on!
United States Championship, we have Jeff Hardy versus Nakamura. Alex.
Can I just point out, this match should have been that one Big Boss Man match where it was the Hell in a Cell and then they had the dogs outside the ring. That Shinsuke got bit by that dog. That should have been the Extreme Rules stipulation for that match.
So off. So mean. So mean.
But you would have loved to see that.
So mean.
I think Jeff Hardy's gonna win. I think they're gonna bury Shinsuke at this point. Sorry, not sorry.
I'm gonna do it again. This is now. I think I asked you to. I predicted him to win at WrestleMania. I predicted him to win at Greatest Royal Rumble. I predicted him to win at Backlash. I predicted him to win at Money in the Bank. They literally just don't want him to win, but I'm gonna do it again. Nakamura is gonna win a title on pay-per-view. Please, WWE, please don't murder him.
I would love for you to be right.
Just this one.
They murdered Bailey. I look at Raw every time Bailey's on TV. I'll be like, yo, they actually got Ghost or Raw. They got Ghost or Raw because they killed her last year at Extreme Rules. Don't kill another person at Extreme Rules, WWE. Please.
Give you a little break. So for the WWE Championship, we have AJ Styles versus Rusev. Alex, who's your choice?
I would love if Rusev won, but that's not gonna happen, so it's probably gonna be AJ.
Yeah, Rusev is just a placeholder. I mean, AJ's gotta win. We gotta see AJ versus Samoa Joe at SummerSlam. That's the match I want to see. That's the match that's gonna put the smarts butts in the seats at the Barclays. But shout out to Sami Zayn, my boy. He's got a shoulder injury, so he's off the card. And shout out to Charlotte with the implant surgery, so she's off the card as well.
Can I just note one thing? The one Extreme Rules match is the Raw Women's Championship on a pay-per-view that is called Extreme Rules.
Only 5 matches have a stipulation.
What the fuck? Why are we
12-match card?
Why don't we call this in your house Extreme Rules or some shit, dude? Why is it just Extreme Rules with one match? That's Extreme Rules, which you're probably not gonna see that much of Extreme Rules anyway because you have Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss, and what is Alexa Bliss going to do to Nia Jax? Nothing. So Nia Jax is probably going to put most of the damage on Alexa Bliss, but then it's oh wait, what? Alexa Bliss won the title back. Then you have a steel cage match. Then you have a tables match at the kickoff show, and then you have a
Iron Man match.
30-minute Iron Man match, but that's clearly going to steal the show. But then you have a shark cage match. What?
Yeah. Ellsworth in the car. I forgot that part. Ellsworth.
Those are the Extreme Rules that you have for this pay-per-view. And I'm sorry, as a wrestling fan, I should just be so excited and tune in. Fuck off. Suck my dick from the back.
Hashtag suck my dick from the back. Put that in the comments section.
It's true. I want to be excited for Extreme Rules. I want to be excited for AJ Styles versus Rusev. But there is nothing to be excited about that match except for the idea that Rusev has a title shot for once. Yeah. He's not gonna win it, but if he does, fuck everything that I'm saying. I'm tuning in the next night on SmackDown and Raw.
Absolutely. But I mean, it's just one of those cards that look very good on paper, but none of the matches are interesting because they didn't create any stories for them.
The one match is Iron Man match, and even at that, that's not an Extreme Rule.
And that has no story.
Yeah, that has no story at all. And most likely people want to see McIntyre versus Rollins, but whatever.
Pretty much. What does the true heels in Pro Wrestling Spotlight have to say?
Chris Brockner thinks Roman is going to win and do his little engine that could gimmick and lose to Brock again.
So disrespectful to Roman Reigns. See, that type of attitude is why Roman is not the Universal Champion. If you are a CM Punk fan, you have nothing but yourself to blame for why Brock passed the 434. We're on almost day 500. We're almost at day 500. Are you ready?
Is that title even real anymore?
It's the most. If you guys checked out Heated Opinions on True Heel Heat 13 on our YouTube channel, check out all our Heated Opinions. You will hear me, and I said the most prestigious title in the WWE is the Universal Championship because it doesn't need to be around, it doesn't need to be seen, it doesn't need to be heard from. The guy, they don't even talk about him. But what does every single fan talk about? The Universal Championship. That's prestigious. Prestigious! Arrest my case! Arrest my case! Brock Lesnar is holding the most prestigious championship in all of the WWE. It would be all of professional wrestling if it wasn't for the IWGP Championship.
That had to have been the stupidest thing I ever fucking heard about. What? No! I'm sorry. Go.
Top Guy JJ says Nakamura has to win at some point, right? Right?
You know,
Yeah.
I would hope so. I would hope finally, after freaking 5 pay-per-views have said this, they would let him win finally.
I honestly think Vince McMahon would roll over in his grave if Shinsuke Nakamura won a United States championship.
He was like, he doesn't even speak English, and he has a U.S. championship.
I don't speak English.
English. No speak English. Nakamura owns, and Nakamura should be our United States championship. I want to live in the United States where Nakamura is my champion.
And I want to live in the United States where Trump isn't president, but we're not getting that anytime soon. We're not getting that anytime soon.
I don't think we're getting either one of those. So yes, there is one more show that is coming up, and it is one that you probably never thought we would be previewing on True Heel Heat. It is Impact Wrestling's next huge show coming up in a couple of weeks here in July. It is Slammiversary. Slammiversary always Impact's probably second biggest show of the year outside of Bound for Glory. And this year they have a card that features guys from Lucha Underground, former stars of the WWE, as well as Impact Originals. So Melly Ragdoll, go through the card with us. Ask us about these matches. It's actually, in my opinion, one of the best cards that Impact has put together in quite some time. But it's got title matches, street fights. Let's go through it.
Okay, so we have the Impact World Championship with Austin Aries versus Moose.
I gotta go with Moose on this one. Moose is someone I'm very familiar with from my time watching Ring of Honor. He came over to Impact about 2 years ago with Mike Bennett. And he's kind of ingrained himself as Mr. Impact and kind of become one of their main guys over there. So I think this is his time. I think Austin Aries has done a nice job at building the prestige of the Impact Championship, again being the belt collector, but it's time for him to lose that title and move on to bigger things and probably do more with Ring of Honor since he wants to collect the belt over there. So what do you got?
I love Austin Aries, so I'm just always going to pick him. I'll be honest, I don't really watch Impact, so it's just like, I don't know.
She's like, I'll go with my favorite.
Austin Aries! Yeah.
Go with A-Double. I will say he's been a glorious asshole throughout this rivalry.
Oh, he's great.
He's been pointing out the fact that Moose was an NFL reject and that he got fired from the NFL, and this is now his second career. And he's been telling Moose, I didn't fail at my first career like you did.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna say. You did fail in the WWE though, but but this past week on Impact had a great segment with one of Moose's friends from the NFL, D'Angelo Williams, who actually wrestled last year at Slammiversary, and Austin Aries jumped him, beat him down with a steel chair, and laid him out. So they've been building up this feud very well as of late. And he actually also mentioned that D'Angelo Williams is also retired from the NFL because he couldn't get a job. So Austin Aries been a glorious asshole, and I've been loving it.
He's a great heel. He should get more credit. But I love Austin Aries. I think he should get every belt. He should get the Divas Championship.
He is a diva. Shouts out to Austin. He was on my airplane going to New Orleans.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. John Cena's dad was on my airplane.
Hey, Cena Senior.
Cena Senior Citizen.
There you go.
Alright, so let's move on to the Impact Knockouts Championship. It's Su Yung versus Madison Rayne.
So I've been, well, of course I'm familiar with Madison Rayne. She's probably won the Impact Knockouts Championship more than anyone in history. I think she's 6-time Knockouts champion. But I'm going to go with Su Yung. I really like Su Young's whole gimmick with the bloody bridesmaids, the whole spooky feel for her, and the fact that she beat, from all accounts, from what happened to Rich Swann, she whooped his ass, and she's the reason why he's not in WWE. So I'm going with Su Yung.
Talk to me when Tessa Blanchard has the belt.
Oh, come on.
Oh!
Nah, Yeah, Tessa is a snack and a meal. Shouts out to her. She's my
She
friend.
is a 3-course meal.
She's my friend on Instagram. Yes, I follow her a lot.
Check you out.
Yes.
But she doesn't follow you though.
She does.
Oh, shit. Slip into them DMs.
I love me.
Yeah, I love that you looked at me like, oh, I will after this.
Faithfully.
So let's move on to the Impact X Division Championship. It's Matsudo versus Bryan Cage.
Oh man, this one I feel is going to be one of the matches that try to steal the show. You got Matt Sydal, who of course you guys would know if you just watched WWE from as Evan Bourne back in his WWE days, or from ROH you remember him as Matt Sydal in Generation Next. But Bryan Cage is a freak of nature. He's 285 pounds, no fat, just pure muscle on top of more muscle, and he needs to be the X Division Championship. I could see him being the type of guy to go into the X Division and elevate that title like Samoa Joe was 10 years ago. So Bryan Cage needs to win this.
I'll agree. Do you follow him on Instagram? That dude's a giant. Like, he's gigantic.
I actually saw him in person at Hood Slam, and when we were in San Francisco.
And he was brolic as fuck.
Brolic as all fuck. He looked like the guy that ate Mark Wahlberg that ate John Cena. That's what Bryan Cage looked like. He looks like he ate Brock Lesnar.
And you can't mess with a dude with that haircut.
Brock Lesnar is hiding inside of Bryan Cage. That's probably why we don't see the Universal Championship.
His dedication to wrestling is hiding inside Bryan Cage.
Exactly. He's hiding inside. The reason why Bryan Cage is amazing.
Bryan Cage ate that shit like, what's the deal?
Is because Brock Lesnar is hiding inside of him. That's why. Bryan Cage.
Let's move on to the 5150 street fight. We have Lax, Santana and Ortiz versus Conan versus OG Lax, Homicide and Hernandez with King.
See, it's okay. You don't watch Impact. It's LAX. She said Lax. I love it. Lax. But this one is the one that's been the best storyline for Impact. Basically, the story breaks down like this. LAX, they came back into Impact last year. Is a new version of LAX.
OG LAX were over as fuck back in the day, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
OG LAX was Hernandez and Homicide. They came into Impact back in 2006. Had a great rivalry managed by Conan with AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. They also feuded with AMW, with Beer Money. They are one of the mainstay greatest tag teams in Impact history. But they came back into Impact last year without Hernandez. Homicide was more of like a manager role with Conan, and they had two new guys in Santana and Ortiz. They won the Impact Tag Team titles, lost it, then won it back. They lost them again at their last pay-per-view, which was Impact Redemption. Mm-hmm. And basically at Impact Redemption, Conan went missing. He went missing, then we found out that he was in the hospital because he got taken out by a mysterious person. A couple of weeks later...
Oh, he had a hit on him.
Yeah, he had a hit on him.
That's what I saw. I saw the newest segment with them. Yeah.
Exactly. So a new member from LAX, the guy that was in charge of LAX New York, King, came in, which is Eddie Kingston from Shakara, from ROH. You've seen him in a whole bunch of places, CZW as well. He came in and he was the new manager for Santana and Ortiz while Conan was out. He got them back to the tag team titles. They won back to tag team titles about 4 weeks ago. And then Conan came back. Conan came back and confronted King, basically telling him that he thought that King put the hit out on him. And basically he had proof. He had proof that Homicide was basically in the same town as him, and Homicide was the person that took out Conan. Mm-hmm. So then out of nowhere, Santana and Ortiz basically sided with Conan, finding that out, and all the OGs of LAX, Homicide and Hernandez, came back to Impact and jumped Santana Ortiz, and they took out Conan, which leads us to the 5150 street fight. So I gotta go, with all that story being told, I gotta go with the OGs of LAX because I feel like this is a setup for a longer rivalry between these two teams.
OGs all the way.
OGs.
No matter who it is.
It's always about the OGs.
I would say OG LAX, yeah. Or Lex.
Lags.
I'm kidding.
Lags.
Lags. That's what it was. Lags.
A bunch of lags.
So let's move on to the Mask versus Terror match. We have Pentagon Jr. versus Sami Callihan.
This one is probably gonna steal the show. This is gonna be a full-on brawl spectacle. Pentagon, the former Impact champion, the current Lucha Underground champion, versus probably the biggest heel outside of WWE. The biggest heel not named Tommaso Ciampa in professional wrestling right now is Sami Callihan. And I just can't see Pentagon losing his mask. So I think that Callihan will add to the awesome promos where he rips on people and curses up a storm, to the violent acts that he does. He's going to add to all of that by having a bald head, and he's going to get his head shaved.
Pentagon Jr. had one of like the best matches when he won, right? That was a good match, right?
Yeah, the match against Austin Aries and Phoenix at Redemption was probably the match of the whole show at the last pay-per-view.
I choose him.
You choose him! I choose you, Pentagon!
I choose you, Pentagon!
Well, I mean, he is the Lucha Underground champion, so it just makes sense. He's gonna take that W there.
So let's go on to the House of Hardcore Rules match. It's Tommy Dreamer versus Eddie Edwards.
This one is going to be very interesting. The storyline is kind of a segue from the Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan feud that started when Sami Callihan almost basically batted his eyeball out.
That's crazy.
Eddie has become obsessed with Sami Callihan ever since then. And basically Tommy Dreamer tried to be a friend to him, tried to talk him away from his obsession, because Tommy Dreamer, of course, had an obsession of his own during his career with Raven.
Yeah.
Always trying to beat Raven, could never beat Raven, always obsessed with him. So he tried to talk some sense into Eddie, which only led to Eddie turning his anger on him, because Tommy Dreamer stopped him from murdering Sami Callihan in the woods. Yes, there was a in the woods street fight where Eddie Edwards legitimately said on national TV he was going to murder Sami Callihan, and Tommy Dreamer stopped him from doing that, and ever since then, Eddie Edwards has been hell-bent on destroying Tommy Dreamer, busting him open with a kendo stick, then wiped his blood on his face. It's been very intense, I want to say that. It's been a great rivalry so far, and I'm going to go with this new and improved, crazy Eddie Edwards.
Yo, I gotta start watching Impact.
I do this every time, folks. I make them watch it.
I start watching Impact. I mean, Tommy Dreamer always. I'm a dreamer for Dreamer.
You're going with for Tommy Dreamer?
Tommy Dreamer. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So Tommy Dreamer all the time.
I'm sorry. WWE most recently did like a ECW photo shoot. Did you see that?
Yeah, dude, Sonya Deville, what a babe. As Raven?
They killed it. They killed it on the photo shoot. Nakamura
because
was really
it was
good.
one of the greatest things that they ever did this year.
Yeah. Nakamura was really good with his Sabu.
Sabu
like literally,
was good, yeah.
You looked at that and you thought it was Sabu. But the best one was Becky Lynch being Tommy Dreamer, because Becky Lynch is the Tommy Dreamer of the women's division. She never wins.
Yeah,
Never wins.
It's true.
Never wins.
It's so true.
Never wins. So you picking Tommy Dreamer is a shock. You think Tommy Dreamer's gonna win any match?
He wins my heart, so why not? We had a moment at Final Battle because I got in his way and he gave me a death stare, and I was like, oh wow, I'm turned on. So
I'm turned on. Well, there you go. And then I think we got one more match, don't
Yes, we have Johnny Impact versus Ishimori versus Phoenix versus Rich Swann.
I gotta give you credit. You didn't get LAX, but you got Ishimori. That takes a lot. Most people wouldn't have got that.
Relax.
I'm gonna go with Johnny Impact on this one. I feel like Johnny, he's been away from Impact for the last couple of months, and he's gonna be the most known name outside of Rich Swann in that match. So I'm going with Johnny Impact.
Rich Swann with the domestic abuse.
The domestic abuse.
That's his new finisher that he's going to introduce to this match.
He has a horrible haircut. Horrible.
Dude, that's so bad.
Horrible
That is
haircut.
so bad.
He's like bald right here, and he has braids in the back.
Like it's like LeBron James like hairline. Dude.
No, it's like Hulk Hogan. It's like Hulk Hogan with dreads. It's horrible.
It's so bad.
Horrible. 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 But I think that's all our predictions. That's all that we got coming up next. So we can close out the show. Melly Ragdoll, I want to thank you for moderating us. How did you feel being on the show for the first time? Not bad. Do you feel like you can get comfortable being with us?
Absolutely.
I think we're a little crazy, so I have to ask this.
I mean, like I probably won't be here next time, so like you can be more comfortable.
This is definitely
I'm not gonna suck my dick from the back anymore.
No, that was amazing. I love that.
Hashtag SMD from the back. SMD from the back. Save you some letters. SMD
Some characters.
from the back. Yeah, some characters. Hashtag SMD from the back. That we're gonna put that as one of the titles for like,
It
one
should
of
be
the,
on a shirt at this point. Don't steal my idea.
You heard it here first.
Trademark it.
So, we want to once again remind you that True Heel Heat is sponsoring Battle Club Pro Bash in the Bronx next Saturday, July 21st. Bell time is 6 p.m. Doors open at 5 p.m. So get your tickets on battleclubpro.com now and join the True Heels. Join myself, Top Guy JJ, as well as Baby Seth Buck, as she named him.
Seth Buck.
Seth Buck.
I might be there too.
You might be the
We'll see.
The Queen might
I
be
might
there.
bless you with my presence.
I think Melly Ragdoll, she's gonna be away in Dominican Republic, so she can't join us. But we hope that you will join us back on True Heel Heat
Absolutely.
15, True Heel Heat 16, wherever you want to join us. We definitely welcome you back. Your beautiful face has been a welcome addition. So has the Queen of the Ring, her beautiful face, and her great hashtag. It was definitely welcome back to the show. We want to shout out our friends from Behind the Barricade podcast. We got big news coming up with them, as well as Statement Games. Go on statementgames.com and you can actually make your own WWE Extreme Rules game. Invite 10 of your friends and you get a $25 WWE shop gift card. So go on
Because
there.
we all know you're going to use that on the Team Hell No t-shirts, right?
Those awful Team Hell No t-shirts, you can get them with that $25 WWE shop gift card from Statement Games. And join the True Heels group page, TRU space HEELS group page. Join the Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Like and follow that page. Follow us on Twitter at True Heel Heat. Follow us on IG at True Heels LLC. You can follow me at True Heels _Epic SP3. Follow Top Guy JJ at True Heel _Top Guy JJ. And you can, of course, follow the baby Seth Buck once again at True Heels _Johnny. Go on ProWrestlingTees.com /True Heels to get your True Heels t-shirt. And once again, that was the Queen of the Ring, Alex. This is Melly Ragdoll. I was SP3. This has been True Heel Heat 14. And we'll see you for True Heel Heat 15.